Mother, man.
Hi, this is Kelvin from Shadowspawn. You're listening to Murder, Metal, Mayhem. Yeah!
Spreading faster than a case of the clap in a trailer court. Able to shatter eardrums within a 666-mile radius. A podcast more brutal than all the rest. It's Murder, Metal, Mayhem! Warning, trigger alert! Trigger alert! Trigger alert! Warning! Trigger alert! Warning! 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 Trigger alert! Warning! Well, goddamn, they've been warned.
Take your fucking head cover and go. What the fuck's up?
Man, it is a Tuesday. Joey's coughing, and we're throwing down a brand new Murder Metal Mayhem.
Fuck yeah.
We're in Horns High Studios for the Horns High Podcast Network, and here we are. Episode 250.
I almost said 150.
Crazy, man. Damn.
Yeah, it is.
Seems like just yesterday we were celebrating the 50th with the bands and the big
It
party.
doesn't really seem that long ago, honestly.
And yeah, it's kind of nuts. So yeah, a big milestone for us, and it's fucking awesome. But you know, we don't like to do like best of type shows. Like, we're just doing an episode, but we're obviously recognizing that we've hit a milestone, and it's fucking awesome. So, but I'm here at Horns High Studios with Chris, and then Joey, you're over there in the 41-9. What's going on, dude?
Not much. Toledo, Ohio, just living life.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, definitely ready for winter to be over, and just
Yeah.
get this dreary shit is just sucks. So it's been like real rainy and shit here, but I'd rather that than the other thing. So
Yeah, definitely.
but yeah, it's crazy to think it's 250, and you add up all the bonus episodes though. When I did the YouTube upload of all the podcasts, 350. So
It's,
that's
quite
a
few
lot.
fucking shit going on.
Yeah, a lot of bonus episodes, interviews, things like that. So yeah, we're gonna do a typical Murder Metal Mayhem and just fucking pedal to the metal and just balls to the fucking wall. Yep. What shirts we got going on here, Chris?
I got the Waco Jesus fucking scum grind.
Boy.
Motherfucking bondage shirt on. Little
Nice.
nipple action on there, yeah.
Nice. Waco. What about you, Joey? What do you got?
I'm wearing the Chicago Domination Fest 5 hoodie.
Nice.
The homie Miguel's been announcing his.
Oh my God,
his
Gutalax, what?
I know, he's got some huge bands, so he moved Chicago Domination down to Texas now since he moved, and
Oh, cool.
he's been announcing the first couple bands for his first fest down there. Man, yeah, Gutalax from fucking Germany, some huge bands, but yeah.
Wow.
So repping the Chicago Domination Fest.
That's cool. Where in Texas did he relocate?
He's down outside Dallas. What's funny, I don't know if he lives there yet. He was telling me when I was living there, or whenever I was down there for Gord, but he was like saying that he was moving to a house in Denison, Texas, which is literally right where I was living when I lived down there with Sherman. And Sherman, Denison are side by side or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But when he told me that, I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I was like, I lived in Sherman, fucking small world, you know?
Yeah, that
But,
is.
yeah.
That's cool. Well, good to hear he's got shit going on.
Exactly, yep.
And
Well, I like your shirt.
I
Yeah.
knew you would. I dug this one
Yeah.
out, the Kevorkian shirt from old Lou Rasconi, fucking
Yeah,
killer. I was looking for something, and I saw it, and I'm like, man, that'd be a good one for the 250th.
Definitely.
All right, well, last week we continued our month of dictators and did an episode on that Mongol leader, Genghis Khan. Definitely a very complicated person, Chris. I mean, it's just
He had his
crazy.
fucking things about him. He liked to kill.
He did. He went from one extreme to the other. He's like this barbarian one minute and this shrewd politician the next, coming up with roads and trade routes and Pony
International
Express.
mail
I mean,
system.
pretty impressive. And conquered more land than anyone in human history. And his savage skill at war, though, led to the death of 10% of the world's population.
It's fucking insane to think about.
And we had Shane on with us for that conversation, so that was awesome.
Thanks, Shane.
Yeah, and Shane led the charge in metal for a feature on those Canadian thrash legends, Voivod. So that was awesome. And great killer cage match, guys. Always fun with that. Chris, you had a little mayhem.
That was a little fun story.
Yeah, and the usual crazy shit, you know. So we were passing 800 listens to that one today, and another 120 on YouTube. So thank you guys very much. Wherever you're hearing or watching this, we appreciate it. And go check out episode 249 if you missed it. Now, we also put out several new episodes of the 666 Seconds of Murder and Metal on the YouTube channels. Again, I'll link to those down below. Subscribe if you haven't, especially the Metal one, because it's new and we're trying to grow that one. But check them both out.
Both of them if you haven't.
Yeah, there's good shit on both of those channels. So I just posted one, Joey, that goes live tomorrow morning on the body parts in the freezer in Brooklyn. Have you heard about that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
check that out.
I got a video coming out at 9:00 tomorrow about that. So good one. Be a good bonus episode possibly for us.
Yeah.
Now tonight we're talking about the Soviet Union dictator Joseph Stalin, known as the Red Terror for his fucking communist ways. Back to that shit again.
Communism never seems to work out the way it's thought out to be.
No, it really does not. And his radical ways of thinking with the collective farming, very similar to the shit that fucking Pol Pot would do later on, that nearly destroyed his fucking country's fucking agriculture and caused the famine, and just vicious with political enemies and fucking gulags. I mean, brutal. Siberia, I mean, horrible shit. Plenty of fucking bloodshed, violent coups. I mean, just a very turbulent time. And we're going to do that one in the murder segment as we wrap up our month of dictators.
That's
tonight.
it.
So
No more dictators until we decide. We
That's
dictate
right.
this situation.
That's right. Now, I got the horns tonight, and I'm going to be talking about those amazing Danish thrash metal, death metal combination, Shadowspawn, fucking killer. Shane and I interviewed them, a lot of fun, and I'll play a piece of that interview we did with the bass player, Kelvin Dam. And Shane's got the Lost Classic for us. He actually sent us
An audio clip.
an audio
Let us know.
clip we're going to play for you. So it's tradition. We'll talk about that in metal. But there's a reason. Chris was correct in bringing this up last week.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and we'll talk about what we've been listening to and that sort of thing in the metal segment. So keep on listening. And of course,
Killer cage match, baby.
we got to throw down a cage match. So, and this is a special one. I came up with this: 100 killers, 100 objects for him to fight with, a variable in the cage, and a song cranking the fuck out on our 666,000 watt Bose system.
Gonna be loud as fuck.
It is, and it's a blast. And we got our listeners to thank for providing the random numbers, Chris.
Oh, we got the three fucking goddamn. We got the three kings right here.
Kind of classic in this 250th
Yeah.
250th to do this.
It's like I said, the three kings. It's like when you mix Jose, Jim Beam, and Jack Daniels together. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, we got fucking Ray McDaddy McFalls.
Oh, yeah.
We got Juan the Latino Dream Molina.
Fuck yeah.
And Jeff Touchy Pole Ignatowski. Goddamn, sorry, Jeff, bro.
Hell yeah, Jeff, Latino Dream, and Mac Daddy. That's fucking awesome. And we got a crazy matchup in the cage tonight. So since it's the 250th, I thought, you know what, why don't we do this? We've done 4 dictators this month. This one tonight will be the 4th, but we're going to go with pairing them up. And we got an interesting matchup tonight, Joey. Who's fighting in this one?
Basically our whole month of dictators. We got Stalin, Hussein, Pol Pot, and Genghis Khan all gonna fight with each other.
Well, we got the 2 pairs. We got Stalin and Hussein are one tag team.
Yeah.
I got it.
And
We're
then
tag team.
Tag team and
Yeah.
Stalin Hussein and fucking Pol Pot and Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that'll be interesting because Genghis Khan, that's You know, that's pretty brutal. That's why I put the smallest dude with Genghis Khan. I figured even it out a little bit. So they're going to have 4 objects in the cage for this special match. So that's where the listeners come in. A variable in the cage, of course, to make it more interesting, and a song playing. And we're going to do that in the Mayhem segment. So
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Can't
gonna
wait.
be
It's going to be
awesome.
interesting.
yeah, it's going to be an
I
epic
feel like it's
tag
going to be
team match.
confusing.
Yeah. Well, you know, these dictators are pretty brutal, so I think it'll be fun. Big thanks to everyone out there listening. Keep seeing the numbers coming in. This week we're at about 5,200. The YouTube channel, we were hovering at like 195,000 in the last month, but it did go up to like 197. It just they bump it every day, so it's not a 1 month at a time. It's like daily.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's interesting, the statistics they provide. It's really fascinating. The numbers on the channel are really unbelievable. We're at 3,800 subscribers, and just tell people about it, man. Go check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Top 10 cities listening to Murder Metal Mayhem, Chris. Get some
got
interesting
motherfucking-
ones here.
Yeah, number 1 is forever Chicago.
Yes, thank you,
We
Chicago.
got number 2 at Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
Fucking A.
Honolulu, Hawaii at 3.
Yep.
Brooklyn, New York at number 4. Fucking number 5 is Austin, Texas. The hometown right here. Fucking number 6
Nice.
is Bloomington, Illinois. Number 7, we got Columbus, Ohio. Temple, Arizona at 8.
Or Temple, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I said, why the fuck did I say Arizona?
I don't know.
Those letters do not even look anywhere near the same. Fuck. Number 9's fucking Decatur, Illinois. And 10, we got fucking Adelaide, South Australia.
Awesome.
So, fuck yeah, dude. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, 2 cities in Australia, 2 cities in Texas.
No, one's Texas, one's Arizona, dude.
But yeah, that is fucking awesome. And how fitting is it that Brooklyn is in the top 10 and there's the fucking body parts in the freezer
That's crazy.
in Brooklyn. So I don't know if maybe that lady from her apartment was watching or listening to some Murder Metal
Bump that
Mayhem.
shit up.
I don't know. I mean, it's very possible, right, Joey? I mean,
Yeah.
anything's possible. But what about
For sure.
what about the countries, dude?
U.S. is at 80%. Then we got Australia with 7, Canada 3, Germany 2. 1%ers are United Kingdom, Finland, Ireland, Poland, and Russia.
Yeah, Russia. That was interesting. And you noticed how we've dipped down in the U.S. to 80, and we're picking it up in Australia, I think, was up a little bit. So, fuck yeah, Australia. All of the countries, man. We appreciate it very much. The Murder Metal Mayhem website, murdermetalmayhem.com, is up significantly in visits. So thanks to you guys that are checking it out. And did sell a couple of T-shirts and
yeah.
sold several books.
Fucking egg.
So
Go
that's
get it.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing. So thank you guys.
That's what's up, dude. Fucking what you chiefing on over there, Hoss?
Actually, fucking, I got this, it's called Mr. Clean, and the Dutch Touch company that I fuck with up in Michigan, this it was one of their Cannabis Cup winners.
No
for this
fucking
year,
shit.
so.
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking dope. I
For
got
last year, I guess, but yeah.
well, yeah. I got I'm pretty sure Danny said it's fucking Oreo cookie, and it's pretty fucking blazing, dude. He's fucking
Hell yeah.
nugging it out. Fucking hell yeah, it comes through with the jar. I'm just like, let's get high.
Well, we got
Motherfucker got a new puppy too. God damn it.
we got a lot on our plate tonight, guys. Taking another plane ride, man. We're getting jet lag, but we're going behind the Iron Curtain into Russia. Let's try and avoid a gulag or Siberia.
Don't want to go to goddamn Black Dolphin.
It's too fucking cold, dude. So what do we need to do, Chris?
Oh, let's get our mass genocide on.
Oh. Son of a bitch. Wow.
Dude.
That's nasty, man.
It's fucking bad as fuck.
Epitaph Inscribed, a new song from Blood Red Throne. Holy shit.
Last thing I was listening to today.
Nice. That new album, Nonagog, god damn, that's badass. I got a hold of Stian Gunderston, the bass player, who, as we had reported, had gotten some bad cancer news and went in for treatment, and he's back and better than ever. He's over with it. He's fucking good to go. I'm so excited because their new singer was playing bass for any live shows that had come up. And this motherfucker's a hell of a guitar player as well. So this dude's throwing down, playing bass,
all around
and
a
singing that
musician.
shit. Yeah, it's fucking wicked. But I'm glad that Stian's back and will be back soon. He's getting healthy. And that new singer is just fucking badass. Mixing some death metal vocals with a little black metal. I normally wouldn't care for the black metal stuff, but I'm getting more into it. And I love the way he does what he does. It's fucking sick. But tonight we're finishing our month of dictators with a classic 20th century dictator, the man known as the Red Terror, old Joey Stalin.
Blood Red Terror Throne.
Right? His story is one of straight up brutality, horrific torture, imprisonment of his political enemies in these gulags and these harsh conditions, just absolutely wicked.
Just starving people to death.
Yeah, just horrific. And ruled with an iron fist and nicknamed the Red Terror due to his communist beliefs. And we're going to get into that one tonight. And it's going to be one hell of a brutal way to end this month of dictators.
Yes,
I can
sir.
tell you that.
I mean, not that any of the other ones were fucking any.
Yeah, peaches and cream.
Yeah, they were fucking.
But
pretty
this dude's
tough.
fucking brutal, man. Chris, I mean,
Still
this
give
is
it
a
to
classic
Genghis, though.
here with Stalin.
Oh yeah, Stalin's like, if you see his picture, you know, oh yeah, he's a communist dictator. He fucking runs that shit.
Right.
And just the way he goes through about his tortures and fucking imprisonments of like just normal fucking people trying to live fucking life, dude.
Right.
And he just doesn't care. He's like, no, you do what I say or you die. And even if you didn't do it, you admit to it.
Right.
And then you die for something you didn't fucking do.
Yeah, I should have actually, in retrospect, I don't think he would have done it, but I could have asked my dad. My dad has read like so many books on this dude, fascinated with the gulags and political enemy shit. But he's told me many stories about books he's read about somebody being snatched up off the street because they were smiling. They're like, "What are you smiling about?" You know, and come with us, and fucking never seen
smiling.
again.
Stay
Fucked
beneath
up.
my fist.
I mean, really fucked up. This guy fucking, wrote the book on just fucked up shit as a dictator. But Joey, I mean, most people are going to know who Stalin was, but of course we're going to do it Murder, Metal, Mayhem style.
Yeah, I mean, you could write fucking 8 history books about this dude, but for us, Murder, Metal, Mayhem, we just want to focus on some more brutal shit this dude did.
Right.
Fucking put it out there for y'all.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've been doing this all month, summarizing the early years to kind of set the table, where this is at in history.
How the person grew up, what their
Yeah, the basic stuff. But we know what you guys want. You want the brutality, and obviously
the death and the destruction.
we're going to give that to you tonight in spades.
That's 2 band names. That's 2 drinks.
That's right.
God damn it!
So Joseph Stalin
Got it.
is born 1878 in Georgia, but not the United States Georgia.
No, definitely not Southern United States.
Right,
Georgia.
right. But the
Because these
country,
motherfuckers that have monster trucks and fucking guns and shit, and they fucking retaliate like, no, motherfucker, what?
but this is the country that is what was known at the time as the Russian Empire. So his name wasn't Stalin. It was something I can't even begin to pronounce. There was like all these consonants, and I'm like, I don't even know how to say that. So I'll just spare you that. So you just know him as Joseph Stalin. He takes that name later, which means Man of Steel. So
Fuck yeah, dude. He's like
Kinda
Superman
ballsy.
of Russia.
Superman.
yeah. So he's born into a poor family, and his father was an alcoholic who savagely beat him as a child. And we've heard a lot, so many times about this kind of stuff. Kids beaten up, violent fucking parents or violent dad. It's just fucking sad to see. But Chris, I mean, he always spoke with that Georgian accent and would find issues with that later.
Howdy,
I
y'all.
was just gonna do, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna be like, well, boy, here's what we gotta do down here in Georgia.
How funny would that be
You
to
got
see
me,
him
man.
speak like that?
Man, fucking the Georgia accent, the country, not the state. Motherfucking, he talked to that accent because that's where he was from. Then he started going to school and I don't even know what Marxism is. So, and I heard all
It's
that. I'm like,
communism.
it's communism.
He's the
Okay.
father of communism.
Karl Marx
basically.
is the father. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, like, he got real deep into it and shit. And there's a quote that says, from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. I don't know what that means, dude.
Yeah, so what that means, Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto, which inspired all these fucking whack jobs after him about this. But Marx said from each according to his ability. So your work, if you can do more work, you do more work, but to each according to his needs. So it
Okay, that makes
so then you pay the person that has more dependents more money because they have more need. So
pay
that's what I
them.
was saying when we did Pol Pot, we talked about this, where
Yeah.
that's the problem with communism is it incentivizes people to work hard.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because
now.
you don't get paid more.
It's like,
It's
I'm
just
doing
according to your need.
all this busted ass work, and this dude's doing shit. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, now I get it. Now I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. So it's crazy. And like I said, I've done a lot of reading about this, written songs about it. And so, Joey, that Communist Manifesto, definitely one of the reasons why fucking millions of people are fucking murdered under this shit.
Yeah, second only to the fucking religious books that have killed billions and trillions, bro.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, religion has definitely killed more people. But, this is fucked up.
It's a belief system. Both of them, it's all a belief system. So if the people are believing in what they're dying for, or fighting for, or striving for, or however they put it, then they're gonna... It's hard to change people's core beliefs. And if you got a whole fucking area trying to fucking be that way, it's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, and you got
Exactly.
extreme government control. I mean, like the smiling on the
yeah.
street thing. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
What a terrible fucking existence to fucking try to live in that shit,
Could
It's
you
crazy.
imagine just like walking down the street and you're just like, hell yeah, all of a sudden you're just snatched up. Fucking smiling. Nope, done, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what? But I just got this new grill, man. Like, trying to show this shit off.
But in communist countries, the government owns everything. So there's no private business. It's all government run. And we've talked about this in the Pol Pot episode. But Stalin, no different. Of course, Stalin came first. He wanted complete control over everyone's life. And if you can control the supply of food, then you have got people by the fucking balls.
100%.
There's nothing they can do.
They're hungry. You have all the fucking
Yeah,
food. They're going to
exactly.
do anything, basically, that you ask them to do
Right.
because they're fucking hungry.
Exactly. And this is what communists believe. I mean, it's absolutely fucking horrible. Now, Stalin was thrown out of the seminary, so he was going to this seminary, but he was getting all into the Marxism. But he gets thrown out of the seminary because of that shit, and they don't want him reading fucking Karl Marx and all that stuff. And his mom was very doting on him, apparently, and wanted him to become a priest, which is why he was at the
Didn't
seminary.
he basically become a fucking atheist for the most part?
Yeah, I mean, a communist is atheist because they think like the God is like the government, like they're the God. Yeah, it's fucked up. But he becomes a fucking thug. He's short, stocky. He's got one arm longer than the other, so he's fucking jacked up.
He like fell off a horse or some shit.
His face is scarred from a bout with smallpox as an infant. So yeah, he's growing up looking like that dude on Grease, Greater Face.
Oh my God, dude. All you young kids need to go watch the musical Grease.
That's right, Greater Face. But Chris,
If you ever listen to the words of that song, it's real fucking crazy. Like, it's a real pussy wagon. It'll make the girls cream. It's Grease Light. It's like,
Right.
holy shit, there's so many sexual innuendos in that song, dude.
he started learning, though, Chris, at an early age about plotting revenge, man. What was the deal with this shit?
He was kind of looking at it like all these, he grew up poor or whatever, and he like grew up looking at all these people making all these rules. Like, wait, you didn't live through everything I did, whatever. So he's like, I'm going to get you one of these days. And he ends up getting them. Like, you're going to find out. He ends up getting them. And there was one dude that, after he got more into the political thing, there was that some, like, not meeting or whatever, but a gathering of people. And the one dude didn't recognize him. And he, like, fingered him out in his mind. He pointed him out. He's like, okay, I can't remember the dude's name. But just because the dude did not recognize his face at this fucking convention or whatever, he just like, yep, you're gone. And he eventually got him, dude.
Wow. Yeah, he didn't forget, man. He had a fucking little, like you said, a little list. And some scary shit. But, I mean, he's learning this shit at an early age. So, Joey, it's now 1900, and he starts getting active in these underground political organizations, man. What's going on with that?
It's pretty big time out there for social unrest and whatnot, and he's at the forefront. He's got his foot in with the political organizations, you know. And,
Right.
I mean, they're setting up rallies. They're doing demonstrations. I mean, they are trying to get the people to be proactive about the rebellion and what they are against in their, you know, theology, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, he's getting active in this shit, and this is a time, you know, in the world, like, it was very turbulent. A lot of shit going on. World War II World War One getting ready to start.
This is like early in the 1900s. Like,
yeah, 1914 was World War One start, so it's building to that. Now, Stalin is a huge follower of Vladimir Lenin,
which is another one.
Yeah, he's another one.
Holy fuck.
The leader. What's it?
You remember fucking? I'm just thinking fucking Big Lebowski and Steve Buscemi. He's like call or the Walrus. He fucking keeps saying fucking John Lennon, you know, and fucking yeah, dude, John
Goodman.
What's his name? Fucking Goodman. Yeah, dude, just snaps the. He's like Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. He's like, shut the fuck up, Don.
Not even your element.
That shit's too much. Yeah,
that's funny. So we're talking Vladimir Lenin, the leader of the Bolshevik group of the Marxist revolutionaries. He would end up in jail multiple times for his revolutionary activities, and Lenin took notice of him. And so things are moving in the right direction for old Joseph Stalin. He's attending these political meetings all over the world. He's going to Finland, London, Stockholm.
He's learning the game, dude. Is what he's doing. He's
where these communist ideas are being discussed with people. So it's a growing movement for sure. And Stalin was slowly moving up the ranks and wrote a very important article about Marxism and was getting more and more exposure. Lenin gave him a big promotion, so now he's taken on the Stalin name, the old man of steel.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's officially Joseph Stalin. But Chris, that man of steel, more like a wrestler than a fucking leader of a country.
Oh, like me and Catherine Bolt said earlier, that's fucking Superman. This is a man of steel.
Right.
But, yeah. But he's like this short, he's not like scrawnier by any means or whatever, but he's pretty fucked
stocky.
Up. And he just like, but I also saw that he would like put like platforms when he was talking to make him seem taller,
right,
and all that shit. So he's like, he's got a complex about his height, but at the same time, his fucking control on people and his thoughts of what he wants to do and how he's gonna make it happen. His height didn't even fucking matter, dude.
Right.
He just like fuck you, we're gonna go get it. Now, get in the ring, motherfucker. Oh, he's about to be in the ring tonight. Holy shit.
That's right. He's going to be in
damn
the
it.
ring tonight. So yeah, he was sent to Siberia in exile for a period of time as the political atmosphere in Russia is heating up, and it was all over the world, total turmoil. Again, building to World War I. And we talked about this in the Saddam Hussein and Pol Pot episodes, how these guys just get good at capitalizing in the midst of total turmoil and making their move at the right time to gain ultimate power. So Stalin, no different. But, you know, he gets married, Joey, in 1904, but doesn't end too well.
No, she's only around for 3 years. They did have a son, though, Jacob, but Stalin, he fucking hated this kid. He was he's like, this motherfucker is not gonna be my successor.
Yeah.
He was really fucking strict and fucking no emotions towards the kid. And one time, Jacob tried to commit suicide, and Stalin, he's like, "You're weak. You're a weak man. You have no balls."
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
Heartless as fuck.
Yeah, that's fucking harsh, man. That's
Like
just sucks.
his first wife, though, wasn't there a whole thing after she died? It's like he just like it just broke his heart. He just like was distraught. What, right?
I'm not sure if I heard that, but that's not saying it's not true. I just don't remember.
So like I could only imagine after that, he's just like, yeah, that was my love.
See, I didn't see that. Not that I'm saying you're probably right about that. I just didn't happen to see it. So I started taking this a different direction because with what's coming up with another wife and shit, I just figured he was like, I don't really need these bitches around in my life because I'm running shit.
Right.
So get the fuck out of here and disappear.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I felt like he was probably killing them and nobody was ever going to question it. You
Right.
know? How they said that she died.
Yeah,
or
he's
whatever,
basically
but
like,
I don't know. That's conspiracy shit.
yeah, he's basically like, I get any bitch I want, whether they want it or not. Like, he's fucking totally fucking not cool about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting a little fucking crazy here. And Chris, he ends up the editor of a newspaper, a political newspaper.
No,
right?
it's propaganda is what it was.
Right.
It's all propaganda. Like, so much so that everybody had portraits of him in their houses, in the fucking restaurants or whatever. Well, I don't
Right.
know. But like everywhere you went, it's Stalin, Stalin, Stalin. Just like in the fucking.
They all do that. That's what's
right,
so
and that's
fucked
what
up.
that's what I was saying. I was
Saddam,
about to say the same thing. Like any dictator like that, they want to make sure that their face is seen everywhere they go, no matter what.
Right.
Man, that shit sounds like our presidential
It
candidates.
really does, dude. Holy shit.
That's what's fucked up. Yeah.
And then there's
Motherfuckers put their names in their yards and all kinds of shit, like, holy
right?
fuck.
Exactly.
But he had a very big enemy, though, Chris.
Yeah, Leon Trotsky, dude. He waited out for that dude.
Yeah.
And he got a hit put out on him, basically, didn't he?
I think
How did
so,
that- how did
yeah.
that
I
work?
mean,
I don't remember the exact.
he was really good, though, at waiting for the right moment to strike. So he had that issue with Leon Trotsky. And so, yeah, very interesting here. A lot
The
of
Leon
drama.
Trotsky story about this, I remember listening to some shit about it. And it was a fucked up story. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, we're just laying down simple facts.
Right. So Stalin was very involved in the Russian Civil War, which was 1919 to 1920. Lenin is in failing health, and Stalin's rival Trotsky is talking some shit about him, saying that he's not intelligent, mocking that Georgian accent. He didn't like the fact that he was watching Dukes of Hazzard all the time.
What?
No.
Because Georgia?
And this would prove to be a fatal mistake. So Joseph Stalin never forgets shit.
Exactly.
Lenin dies in 1924, and Stalin is the obvious successor.
No, he just made him his successor.
Yeah, I mean, he positioned himself for it. I mean, very impressive. And of course, Trotsky's fucking pissed off.
I did see. That's what I was thinking of. Like, Trotsky wasn't even like. Stalin was like at the funeral and just like giving this big speech and shit. And Trotsky was never there because it's said, I'm not saying it's fact, but I heard a couple things that fucking Stalin gave out the invitation to the funeral or whatever, but put the wrong date on it on purpose. That's why Trotsky wasn't at the funeral.
Oh,
and
wow.
people like shunned him would be the word, for not being there.
Oh, at Lenin's funeral?
Or yeah, at Lenin's funeral.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked
Like,
up.
it's just like, wait a minute, that makes a lot of sense. You guys got beef.
Yeah.
You're setting up all
You show up to an empty graveyard. You're like, what the
right,
fuck?
dude. Wait, what?
Yeah, like we always warn people about when they listen to our episodes, like the year is this, so in case you're hearing this 3 years from now,
Yeah, I don't know.
you're not showing up
Right.
at some place where we're supposed to be and we're not there.
We ain't there.
But Joey, I mean, the Soviet Union now is in full force with Lenin gone and Stalin's in fucking charge now.
Well, yeah, and the first thing he's gonna do is fucking
yeah.
Trotsky, you're fucking gone. They fucking send him out, fucking exile
In Mexico,
and fucking
yeah.
have him assassinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're getting way the fuck out of here. You're done. So he fucking gets him. That was his biggest fucking competition,
Right.
and he wasn't even close, honestly. So fucking, he. What are we talking about? Oh yeah. So he did not follow Lenin's idea of quasi-capitalistic society, and he says, "Fuck it." He's gonna run the communism full force.
Yeah, you do what I say.
That's what he was growing up, fucking, believing in, and fucking, he's in control.
Right.
So now they're gonna have to deal with these consequences.
Yeah, because Lenin had enough sense to know that you need to have some capitalism to have money coming in and goods moving back and forth. But fucking this dude's like, no, fuck that. It's full on communism.
Yeah, you're gonna do what I say. My boys are gonna run this shit.
And very much like Pol Pot with the peasant farmers, 25 million of them were forced into a collective farming type situation where they give all their shit to the government.
See, now,
And it's just fucked up. And they can't even keep any for themselves.
here's a question I have though. So he's got this entire military backing him on this fucking communism shit. Everybody gets the same thing. All these military dudes are living well. You can't tell me they're not like, oh, we're gonna take all this shit because we're gonna take it anyways. Like, they're taking it because Stalin says so, but at the same time, like, oh, this ain't going with them. We're gonna keep all this.
Yeah.
They're living large, dude. So that's why the military people are doing so good.
Oh yeah, I mean the upper part of it's doing just fine. It's all these peasants that 25 million of them now are forced into this shit. Imagine starving and having to give your food away
Right.
to the government because that's what you're supposed to do. It's fucked up. And any of the farmers that resisted were shot in groups and shoved into mass graves, just like the Pol Pot shit later on. Mao Zedong, they all did this shit. That's what's so fucked up. It's been over and over and over again. I mean, Jesus.
It never works. It always works the same.
Yeah,
way.
it never
the
has
same
prospered
thing every
No.
time.
And despite the famine, Stalin was selling the wheat that the farmers were bringing in to others
No,
and keeping the money. Yeah,
there's a problem with that. You can't be selling the weed, dude.
wheat,
Oh,
the wheat, the wheat, the starving people. I mean, Jesus Christ. And the Ukrainians apparently were hit the hardest, and it called it a hunger extermination. There's a band name suggestion. So
Yeah.
come on now. Now, Chris, the industrial parts of the country were also fucking not doing so good at first, at least.
well, no, because again, it's communism. So this dude's working hard. I'm not going to work hard anymore. Nobody wants to work. So all the people running the factories and shit were forced into these trials, and they were forced to confess. Like, they were tortured, like
Right.
just beaten until like, no, you did this like fine, yes, I fucking did it, and then they just be taken out into the street, shot in front of everybody out there, just to make an example of what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
And that's a terrible thing, dude. Like, how can you follow this dude that you know your family member, your neighbor doesn't know? You got to follow it, because otherwise you'll be the next one getting shot, honestly.
Right.
But yeah, they'd be tortured in places for fucking ever, dude. Fucking prisons for the KGB.
Yeah, Lubyanka
Fucking-
is a fucking infamous fucking prison of his. That
Right.
was really bad. We actually
And-
did a song about it in Low 12 called One Bone at a Time, because they used to do a torture where they'd break every bone in your body
One by one.
One at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also another place that they had in Cambodia, we talked about last week, was
Right.
S20, or no, 2 weeks ago.
S21, yeah.
S21. But yeah, fucking the KGB prisons, I can't even imagine that back then.
No,
Fuck
that's
that.
some sick shit. And so, despite their industrial failings, Stalin managed to bring the backward ass country out into a world power just by a sheer fucking will, I guess, in his military. But you're talking about a shitload of fucking people in the Soviet Union. And just like Saddam, though, he would spend all his money on the military, and he's got all these people starving to death and fighting over a fucking, bag of sugar. I mean, it's
Well-
fucked up, you know?
See this little bag of weed right here?
Right?
There was a family of 5 fighting over that much price.
Yeah, that's the truth. So,
There was 5 fucking burnouts fighting over that much weed back in 18.
Dude, true facts, true facts.
heavy metal parking lot. So,
Hell yeah. I'm Dawn. I'm 13.
Dawn, I'm 13. Like, god damn. Name's Graham, like you're grabbing dope.
so Joey, he manages to get married again, though, in 1919. What happens with this young gal?
Yeah, this is the shit that's putting me into skeptics about this dude, because he gets married in 1919. He has 2 kids with
Right.
her. She commits suicide in 1924, 5 years later. Like, I swear he just is like, I'm sick of this one, you gotta go. And that's all he does is fucking kill
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers, so why the hell
Right.
would he
3 wives.
make some women disappear
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, no such
Yeah.
thing as divorce.
But, like I
Got no
said-
time for that shit.
But he's fucking Stalin.
Yeah.
He can make whatever he wants happen.
Right.
But I think he had another son and then a daughter with that
Right.
wife. And then the daughter did later write a book about her time growing up with him, which is
Yeah.
No, I actually want to see if that's on Audible, because I would like to check that out.
Yeah,
What it
that
was
would
like.
be interesting. I don't know what it's called, but she waited until after he died, and so that's cool. I mean, if you're going to do that, especially if there's anything in there that would be embarrassing to him,
Yeah.
that's the right thing to do. But Stalin was known for what people were called the Great Purges. That was his thing, and I wonder if that's where the Purge movies got their idea. I don't know.
Kill everyone.
Yeah. But it started in 1934 with a campaign of political terror to his enemies. And we know that he kept these lists of people he didn't like. And now he is in full fucking rage mode, putting on these show trials of his enemies, murdering them in mass graves, fucking dumping them, just fucking atrocities. And now you got World War II starting, and this motherfucker is so shifty. At first, he aligns with fucking
He's like,
Hitler,
this guy.
which gives the Germans the inspiration to start World War II and attack Poland.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Stalin
'cause of
started
this
World
dude.
War II.
And imagine if Stalin would have died at birth of smallpox, maybe we wouldn't have had fucking Hitler. Maybe, things would have been different. It's crazy to think of that. But then he changed his mind and went against Germany and then defeated Hitler and came out on top with the Allies, with the U.S. and the U.K. So,
That's
it's-
fucking crazy.
yeah, this dude's fucking shifting, man. I mean, it's impressive.
He fucking devastated his country, and then now he's allies with the United States.
Yeah, there's pictures of him with, the U.S. president and
It's so
Churchill.
fucking
and
nuts, dude.
it's like, God damn. And then, Chris, in his later years, Stalin was getting more and more paranoid.
I don't think it was paranoia. I think it was dementia.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit of PTSD.
Right.
Yeah.
He did a lot of fucking brutal shit.
Right. That's what I was saying. He's like, he's probably going to sleep and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck did I do?
Right.
That's fucked up, man. But yeah, he was getting fucking nuts. And then he died in 1953 suddenly. But a lot of people think that because they just got sick of his paranoia / dementia, or just his tactics on how he handled people, that his whole entourage fucking killed him. This is like, no,
yeah, he's more of a liability at this point.
Let's just get rid of this dude.
Right.
We're all gonna end up with some crimes against humanity on us if we let him live, because he's freaking out and he's talking.
Yeah, I think that's probably true, that there was some kind of little coup amongst his loyal subjects there that were close to him. And I looked up how many people died as a result of Joseph Stalin, and from his collective farming disaster, which resulted in famine and the murdering of his political enemies, they believe that it was 20 million people that he killed. So,
I mean, that's
God damn.
Not 10% of Earth's population,
Right.
but it's still
That's
a lot
of fucking people. And that's just fucking crazy. So there's another piece of shit dictator we fucking put down the fucking Murder Metal Mayhem way. So what do you guys think? Anything to add to old Joseph Stalin?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we covered it, man. Now, I did my research by watching a few good documentaries on YouTube. The biographics episode, again, Simon Whistler, fantastic. About 30 minutes. It was good. There were some really good articles I read on the Britannica website about him. And over the years, I have read a lot of books about this era and him specifically. And I wrote a song about communism called Scourge when I was in low 12. So I have done significant research.
There you go.
I always did when I wrote songs, especially if they weren't like stories I made up, because I really like to dig into the topics I written about.
What? You're supposed to be a writer, dude.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be a writer. I can't speak. Now, next week...
I could write. I can't speak.
I've been doing a shitload of talking lately with teaching class.
Right.
Next week, we're going to be taking a break, though, from the dictators and the wild fucking month we just had, but we're going to the UK for the case of Amelia Dyer. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this chick. Oh, my God. Creepy as fucking hell. Look her up.
Murder babies.
The nurse who murdered infants and started the baby farming industry. So, pretty sick. Yeah. And we'll do that one next week for you.
I don't know if I like it.
Amelia Dyer. She's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Joey, what about Page a Day for us here? Episode 250. Throwing down some Murder Metal Mayhem. You got any?
I do. Episode 250. I've only got one, though, because my fucking time frame for recording tonight was a little off, so I was trying to keep things short in case I had to.
You good?
We ended up being okay. Anyway, so I got one for Page Day. I thought this was a pretty classic. This is talking about Gary Alvord. Now, he spent nearly 40 years on death row in Florida. He was the longest-serving death row inmate in the country when he died of natural causes in May of 2013.
In prison?
He had been sentenced to death for murdering 3 women in 1973, and at the time of the murders, he had escaped from a psychiatric hospital he was sent to after he had been found not guilty by reason of insanity for the kidnapping and rape of a 10-year-old girl in 1967. So he was already fucked up to begin with. He fucking escapes, fucking kills these 3 women. While he's awaiting trial for that crime, he's hospitalized for swallowing spoons, a razor blade, nuts and bolts, shower attachments, rolled up toothpaste tubes. And he said that he was instructed to do so by voices from the spirit world. Now that, in essence, is why Alvord sat on death row for decades, while 75 other prisoners were executed. He saw 75 people walk down that
God damn.
God.
Could you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah, and many of whom had spent less than half the time waiting as he did. He was severely schizophrenic and voided execution on the grounds of mental illness at least twice. Then in 1984, he was again sent to the psychiatric hospital, but the doctors there, they refused to treat him because they said there was an ethical dilemma of making a patient well enough to execute.
Wow.
Which is pretty fucking crazy.
Oh, I see. See, I see what happened there. I get it.
Yeah.
So you want me to make this dude lucid so you can kill him,
Right.
basically.
Yeah. And which goes against their, I guess, the HIPAA probably.
Right?
But that's fucking crazy shit, you know? So, yeah, that's the only one I had for page today, Gary Albert. But it's
pretty fucked up, man.
It is. Well, we got our fair share of murdering done tonight. I think it's time to crank it the fuck up and talk about some heavy metal. Joey, what the fuck do we need to do?
Let's rock and roll all night and party every day, Pete.
Fuck you.
Just because CK has passed on, he's not done educating the masses. CK will forever be the great metal motherfucker. We're here to stomp poser ass and eradicate the planet of their kind. CK has passed the torch to us, and we will forge the fuck on. In CK's name, we will bestow metal knowledge upon all of you.
All right. Forever in the memory of the
CK.
great metal motherfucker.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's right, CK. And he's always here in the studio in the form of CCK, Cardboard CK, if you wondered what the extra C was for. And if you want to learn more about CK, go to 666 Seconds of Metal on YouTube and watch the Great Metal Motherfucker video that me and Shane did. So go check that out. All right, well, it is the 250th episode, guys. We continue to fucking kick ass here tonight. And I got the horns. It's my turn.
Do.
And
It's kind of weird because I had 2 weeks off. And
yeah, it was weird because Shane wanted to do Voivod last week, so we let him do that. So that threw the sequence off a little.
Yeah, Joe, I almost messaged Pete earlier in the week or over the weekend. I was like, wait, who the fuck has metal this week?
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay. And I went back and looked through the notes from the previous episodes. I was like, okay, cool. It's not me.
So I'm going to be talking about the Danish death thrash band Shadowspawn. We had
No, we're not eating Danishes. We're eating Pop-Tarts.
We're in Pop-Tarts.
Right, we are eating Pop-Tarts. But yeah, Shadowspawn is really great. Shane was the one that turned me on to these guys, but they are just really, really wicked. They started in 2012. They released a demo in 2014. And then the EP Ashes of Sorrow in 2015. Their first full length, Hope Lies Dormant, was in 2017. And then the Biology of Disbelief in 2021. And their latest release, which is absolutely killer, Blasphemica, in 2023. So really, really killer. We reviewed it on 666 Seconds of Metal. And great death metal, little splashes of thrash here and there. The current lineup is Nikolai on guitar, Kelvin on bass, Boo on vocals, Oliver on guitar, and Lucas on drums. And these guys are really wicked musicians. And Shane and I did the interview with the bass player.
Yeah.
Kelvin, super cool dude. And so we're going to play a little piece of this interview, about 5 minutes for you. So check this out.
It's a dormant dog just lying there. Yeah, it's an option. Yeah.
Now we've been asking bands this question, and it'll be interesting. Now we got an old schooler here with us today, Shane. But what was your first heavy metal concert, and did that inspire you to want to start playing?
Yeah, and it's very funny you should mention Merciful Fate earlier because
you're gonna
very first concert.
No, you're gonna kill me with this.
Was King Diamond on the Merciful or the Conspiracy tour in was that 88 or 80s 89 around there, I think, in Copenhagen. And I was like, I was just a kid and all these grown-up men, and there was darkness and heavy metal. I was super stoked to be there. And yeah, that was my very first metal concert. And
Right.
I don't think I got the urge or the desire to play myself at that point, but it didn't come. I bought my first guitar when I was still living home with my parents. So yeah. So it must have been around that period anyway.
Well, I got you beat on King Diamond. I thought you were going to kill me with some like Don't Break the Oath or Melissa tour or something like that. But I saw him on his first U.S. date as King Diamond. So right after he left Merciful Fate, his very first tour date in the United States when they toured as King Diamond, I was there at that show. So that was great. That was the first time I'd ever seen him. Seen him a few times since. My son and I turned my son on to him, and he digs it. And I know my first metal concert was in 1983, Iron Maiden on the Peace of Mind tour, which was just amazing. And I had just started playing bass, so getting to see Steve Harris.
Oh yeah.
In a big environment with the big production. I mean, it was just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Talk about a bass that cuts through the mix.
Definitely. Definitely. And then Shane, what about you? Your first concert?
Well, I really didn't have much exposure to concerts when I was young. I was living in an isolated area, but my first exposure to like heavy metal shows was actually the shirt you're wearing there. Was I got to see Entombed at a dive bar, and you know, Napalm Death and Voivod, see them all at bars. So that was pretty cool. Nice and intimate with Entombed. It was very cool, very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've had the fortune. I didn't know LG from Entombed, not at all, but I met him several times, and he was always very open to say hi and share a beer. And actually, one time at Copenhagen, me and my buddy, we went to like a lounge area there is at Copenhagen, and LG from Entombed was sitting there.
Cool.
And we sat over and said hi and shared a beer, and we were just talking. And then my friend, he had sore feet from walking around all day in big shoes. And so he took his shoes off and sat, rubbing his feet. And LG said, "Oh, give that to me." And he sat there.
Wow.
The singer, the original singer, man, LG, that's him, that's God. That's God. And he's rubbing my friend's foot and I was just like, baffled.
Yeah, strange, very strange.
That's hilarious. That would be kind of weird.
He was a very cool and forthcoming person, definitely.
Right on. Very cool, very cool. So I got to ask you a little bit about the samples that you guys got in there. I see you have some Richard Dawkins in there. I was like, hey, I know this voice. You know, I'm a fan of Richard Dawkins. Watched a lot of the videos on YouTube and stuff, and so that was cool. It's the strong anti-religion theme to the album, of course, which is not subtle at all, to say the least. And so not really much of a question here. It's more of a, I see what you did there with the samples. And so if you wanted to make a comment on Richard Dawkins or anything, I see you have a quote from The Omen in there as well in the intro. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So to address it backwards, so to speak, the Omen quote was actually just because it sounded evil and fitted in.
Mm-hmm.
And quite made a good. It not just fitted in, but it made a good translation from the first part to the second part. They kind of like
not video
accompanied each other good, and the Richard Dawkins part definitely is.
Yeah, that was a killer conversation. Good dude. A lot of fun. And we asked him some funny questions too. But that comes out the day after this is a bonus episode.
The entire interview.
36 minutes, but it was a lot of fun. So thanks to Kelvin, and good luck with everything.
Like a Shadowspawn, go check them asses out.
Yeah. So now we've got, because the way we do things, Chris, the person who had the metal segment
has to do the Lost Classic
the following week.
So Shane got it hooked up and sent us a little voice thing that he's going to give us and give you all his Lost Classic.
We're going to play that here.
What's up, guys? Since I fucked up the rotation last week, this week I present to you the Lost Classic just to make things right. I chose New Jersey Thrashers' Gothic Slam and the album Just a Face in the Crowd. This album came out in '89 on Road Racer Records, right around the time the Bay Area thrash scene was popping, and they were bringing it from the opposite side of the country. This is just a catchy, energetic album that I think often gets overlooked just because the competition for that era of thrash is fucking fierce. So check it out. Gothic Slam, Just a Face in the Crowd. Horns fucking eye, boys.
Gothic Slam was his lost classic, so been a long time since I listened to that. I
don't even know if I've ever heard it. I'm not gonna lie.
I've heard of him, and I think I dig it. It's just it's thrash. I love thrash, but it's been a really long time, so that's a hell of a lost classic there. What have we been listening to lately?
Well, like I said, I was talking earlier when you played it, fucking Blood Red Throne, that Nana got fucking...
Oh, God.
It's so fucking good, dude. Like I said, this is the last thing I was listening to before I left work today. Badass album. Go check that shit out. I just came across this band from the UK fucking called Spider God. They're like a melodic black metal band. I dig them. They're not like the best, but I've been digging on it a little bit. They're pretty badass. And then Replicant, fucking from New Jersey, fucking getting it with that fucking technical death metal avant-garde shit, fucking pretty badass shit. So other than that, I've just been listening to, you know me, just random here and there. But as far as I could point out what I've been listening to that's new to me or just new, just that right there.
That's cool. What about you, Joey?
Listen to fucking... I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of shit, but I'll tell you what, fucking, this is the 250th episode, but for their 25th anniversary, I just saw Regurgitation in
yes,
Cleveland.
You did.
I'll talk about that show for a second, because that's what I've been listening to, but I went over to Cleveland, and fucking Brutal Death Metal Gods Regurgitation is the 25th anniversary of their album Tales of Necrophilia, and they were doing a show, and they're from that area, so hometown show for them. This place no class. It was fucking sweet, but fucking packed as fuck. That place had so many goddamn people. But they had A La Carte open, who's a band from out this way in Ohio, and they're fucking badass, like culinary grinds, what they call themselves, all about food and shit. But yeah, kind of like Pit Lord, I guess. But you know,
I get it.
Yeah. But I got a show with them in fucking in Fort Wayne, Indiana, or New Haven, but Fort Wayne area, coming up in a few months, so that'll be cool. But yeah, so they opened. That was the first time I got to meet them and see them, so that was sweet. My homie fucking Sean from Alien 666, he went with me too.
Yeah, Sean. Bert Frank.
Yep, Bert Frank. And then Syphilic played, the homie Brian Ford.
The tuxedo shirt was classic, bro.
Yep, yeah, the tuxedo shirt. So the Syphilic set, that was sweet to see him on like a really fucking loud system and shit.
Right.
And then fucking Scattered Remnants played, which that was fucking dope because I haven't seen them in a really long time. They don't get to play very often, but they're old school shit from Massachusetts, old school death metal, and they fucking killed it. The bassist, fucking Blue, he's a guitarist in that band. He's also in Dysentery, but he's also the bassist for Fit for an Autopsy, so he's really busy dude. So he's always touring with them. Yeah, so it's sick whenever I get to see like Dysentery or now Scattered Remnants because it's a little rarer occasion.
Right.
But anyway, so fucking they played and then Regurgitation headline, fucking huge ass set by them dudes, fucking killed it. Place was packed, mosh pit, fucking front to back of the place, fucking. It was a dope time, so yeah, that's what I was listening to.
That's badass.
Also, shout out to the homie. Like, a lot of people came from all over. Montez was there, and then
for real,
yeah, Matt and Maria came out.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of people. It was fucking cool, and actually, it was cool. Brian Syphilic, his biggest fans from Canada. Like, I swear to God, this dude has offered me fucking hella bucks for a hoodie that I had. He ended up acquiring it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I could have made big money, and he sold. One of my friends bought a shirt off them for the same deal. Anyway, fucking. But he's from Canada, and he's a huge Syphilic fan, and he came down and got to see him live for the first time and meet him in person, and so that was cool. Him and his girlfriend, came like, I think it was like 16 hours from fucking northern part of Canada.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, Cleveland showed out, man, and that's another thing too. Is like I said, the place was packed. Man, it gives me so much fucking hope whenever I see these motherfuckers really into metal. And that place was the show was fucking all ages, so there was some younger people there, which is cool
that's dope.
because
Hell yeah,
yeah, they're getting into it. So yeah, hell yeah,
fuck yeah, dude.
metal.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It's been listening to Pete.
Oh, dude, I've been jamming the fuck out of that Blood Red Throne.
Right?
Nonagog.
Oh, yeah.
That is unfucking believable. I really like that singer. Fucking sick. And, those guys bring it like fucking, wow. Really good. Also, been jamming Shadowspawn, Blasphemica, and also dug out just out of hankering. Threw out some Anthrax Among the Living.
That's what's
Fucking
up.
brutal.
Old school
definitely
shit.
love that shit. Remember seeing him on that tour. It was so amazing. So update on 666 Seconds of Metal. This week we are off because of my schedule with the day job, but we have the interview with Kelvin that we did, me and Shane. That's going onto the YouTube channel on Friday, the day after this drops. And that bonus episode, so you can hear it or watch it, however you want to do it.
Dude, watching would be better. You get to fucking see.
Yeah,
all
because
the
you could
shit.
see Kelvin, and it was a lot of fun. And we talked about all kinds of stuff, a lot of good shit. And so, Joey, what about the latest with Goremonger, dude? What's going on with you with the distro and Goremonger?
I got the fucking distro shrinking like a motherfucker, which is cool. I'm just getting rid of shit and fucking kind of getting over it, I think, maybe, and just working towards just having my own shit. But I say that at the same time, I got a fucking package sitting on the fucking coffee table with some new shit for it. But anyway, fucking, I do have the new Goremonger The Splits album. I should have physical copies in my hand like any day now. I'm just fucking, I should put the digital up to you, but fucking work and whatever else.
Oh, dude, I know. It never stops, man. It never fucking stops.
Bro, I got one of them cheap ass crack lighters and I just smacked my head.
I see that. You're a fucking idiot.
I just smacked my.
You're a professional smoker. You got a crack lighter.
I know, right? I just smacked it. Now my lighter's dead. All my shit's.
Well, if you want to support what we do, you can go check out the 666 Club. That's our Patreon, and you hear the episode.
Yeah, so we can buy Chris a new lighter.
That's right. You hear the episodes a day early. You get the interviews the same day I do them in most cases, and lots of cool perks with special emails that I send out, and the discounts on the merch. So go check it out.
Check us out, man.
The 666 Club. I'll link to that down below.
In the notes, it says, "Thanks for hanging out in the murder and metal with us tonight, Shane. Always good to have you here." That's in the notes.
That's funny.
What up, Shane?
Yeah. So he was kind of with us in metal this time.
Yes, he was.
So.
Yes, he was.
All right.
true.
Well, we have done plenty of metal tonight. So, Chris, what the fuck are we going to do?
About to get our mayhem on. What's up,
no.
bitches?
All three of us telling tales tonight.
Bonjour, this is Rockterio, and I'm here today to talk to you about Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup Elixir. It's craft made on location by the Ant Hill Kids at Eternal Mountain in our very own Maple Sugar Shack. It comes in a variety of flavors, including, but not limited to, sperm, toes, foreskin, and intestine with a hint of human hair. I lovingly mix each batch of syrup with my own penis, because it's so huge, of course, to add a touch of that distinctive Eternal Mountain flavor. With a bit of faith, it will cure whatever ails you, and then some. Guys, the ladies won't be able to keep their hands off you once they get a whiff of your maple syrup musk. And forget about your bedroom problems. You will be able to fuck all of the time, just like Rockterio. I tell you what, my kids are always impressed with the way I fuck, eh? And ladies, I haven't forgotten about you. Just my picture alone on the bottle should eliminate any vaginal dryness you may have. It's so potent, you will probably have to go for a pregnancy test after drinking a bottle of Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup Elixir. Don't take my word on it, though. Listen to these raving customer testimonials.
Hey guys, this is Chris with the Murder Metal Mayhem podcast. To my surprise, I found a human tooth in my bottle of Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup. It was a bonus for the extra calcium. Also, as you all know, I don't have teeth anyway, so that helped me out even more. Thank you, Rockterio.
Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup cleared up my digestive problems. I couldn't shit, and now I can't stop shitting. Fuck! I'm shitting right now, and it doesn't even cure your stomach issues. You can always schedule a consultation with Dr. Rock at the Eternal Mountain Healthy Living Center and have some of your intestines skillfully removed with a rusty knife.
Hey, my wife was so happy I ordered a bottle. My penis was as good as dead. Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup makes me hard for days. Being a pastor, not one that molests little children, but that likes my wife, at first it was awkward at church, but everybody loved my resurrection story, if you catch my drift. I'm talking about my penis getting hard, you fuckers. Forget about Viagra, this is the real deal. Plus it added length and girth to my member. My wife ordered me a second bottle and said, you need a bigger dick than you already have, you fucking loser. Get big penis. Get big penis as big as Rockterio's now.
Rockterio's Eternal Mountain Maple Syrup Elixir is distributed by the Canadian Maple Syrup Mafia. Order online and use the code MurderMetalMayhem for a bonus necklace made out of human bones.
Oh my God, Shane! What the
Jesus
fuck,
Christ, man.
That was the most involved commercial we've ever done.
Dude, that was fucking super good.
Shane wrote that entire thing. We didn't have any say in it. We just read our lines.
I ad-libbed mine, but
thank you. Yeah, that's true. You did do a little, but that was really great. Shane did the Rockterio stuff. And if you don't know what the fuck we were talking about, go back and listen to our Anthill Kids episode that we did in August in our cult month, and that will explain what the hell we were just laughing about. And before that, some Shadowspawn. Fucking definitely dig those guys.
Heavy as fuck.
Yeah, you want to check it out. All right, well, we are in Mayhem tonight. And whenever we're in Mayhem,
we tell some stories.
We tell some stories, and since this
they
is
might
the
be chaotic, they
250th,
might just be like something you wanted to hear.
Yeah,
that's fucking joyful.
Yeah, and
I'll start off with joyful.
Yeah, so we thought, with this being the 250th, each one of us would tell a story, and so Chris, you're going to start?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So, like as I was telling you guys earlier, so my youngest daughter, Lily, she's 14, almost 15, whatever, but she just went to her first ever, major concert. Obviously, Cashman, she's been to shows... underground. She's been to grind shows.
She's been slanging merch since she was 10.
I think younger than that, honestly, sitting at the fucking booth yeah, she been doing shit, dude. She's been to fucking low 12 shows back in the day. My older daughter as well. Well, my youngest daughter, Lily, she just went to her first major show ever. Now, mind you, it was fucking Disturbed and Fall.
Which, I mean, that's just classic because we're Murder Mill Mayhem. We talk so much.
There's so much shit. But yeah, she went to see the Disturbed was playing in the bigger town over next to us that anybody doesn't know where we are. Peoria, Illinois is where it was. She went to go see the show.
The Civic Center?
Yeah, it was at the Civic Center, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it was them and Falling in Reverse, which is the main goal she went to go for. And there's I think it's all chick band called Plush. Yeah. Whatever. But like she had a fucking great fucking time, dude. She came back to the house, no voice. Like you remember the first time you went and saw a show ever, and you just came back like the whole time you're just like either gutturals or just screaming like fuck yeah, yeah, the whole fucking time. She came back just like that, and I'm like, that's how I know you had a great fucking time.
Right, yeah.
You had a great fucking time
Lose
going
your
to see
voice,
some
yeah.
bands you wanted to see.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome to me. And then I looked at her. I was like, do you know that for some reason, what's his name? Ronnie Radke or whatever his name is, a singer for Falling in Reverse, your favorite band, for some reason has beef with Sanguish Sugarbog, and he's about to get fucked up. And she's like, I don't care, Dad. I don't care. I saw it.
Oh, wow.
She's like, Ronnie Radke looked at me and told me he loved me. I was like, all right.
God. Wow.
But no.
Well, that's why he's in trouble.
Right.
That's the shit he's in trouble
Exactly.
for.
That's a 14-year-old girl, bro. But no, it was
Well, at
awesome.
least she's not 13.
Hey. Just saying. I thought it was awesome to see one of my kids come back from a fucking
that's
badass
cool.
show like that. Voice missing, like mine still has been for weeks.
Right.
But like, just come back and was like, I can't even talk right now. I had so much fun. I love that, dude.
Joey, that's where he
love
lost his voice, was going to Disturbed
That's
shows.
exactly
and
where it was.
Screaming his ass off.
I was
all-
like, yeah, wow.
singing every word.
Yeah, no, it's just cool.
Shit.
Fucking.
That's cool.
When you see, like, it ain't like heavy metal or anything, but it's like it. I listen to some of the songs. I'm just like, okay, it's got good guitar riffs. It's going. It's not exactly what I like, but you're getting into some fucking badass shit. I mean, mind you, all the kids listen. The kids like playlist is like my playlist. It goes here and there,
Right.
and I love it.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
it was just cool seeing that.
Yeah, that is cool. What about you, Joey? You got a Mayhem story for us, don't you?
I do. It's fucking pretty classic. I don't think I've ever told this, so I'm hoping it's a saved new one. You guys already know about it, but I don't think I've ever told this one on the fucking podcast. And this is about whenever I fucking put the hook in my eye.
Oh.
I mean, you know, y'all both know about that, but I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast. So
No. I think you did when it happened, but no, tell this story,
Yeah,
bro.
I think you
tell
have
this,
told it.
Tell
Well,
this
when
story.
it happened,
Please do.
When it happened was 2014.
Yeah.
So I don't think we were doing the podcast.
No, but I remember you talking about it. But that's fine because
No, get her done.
mine is a repeat too. But it's a
All
classic.
these new listeners, if they haven't heard it, need to hear this.
Yeah, no, it's
this
fine.
is fucking some brutal shit.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
So it's pretty classic. This is a workplace accident. Is this story, and so this is like 2013 I think is what it was.
Yeah,
Well,
we haven't even started the
14,
podcast.
Whichever one. Yeah. So back then, whenever this was, I had just started with the last company I worked with. I had just started with them. I was fucking in my first year with them or whatever, and I'm fucking working retail, and I'm fucking
busting your ass.
building. Yeah, I'm fucking working hard. I'm fucking out on the floor, and I'm fucking building a fucking fixture and fucking getting something fucking merged out, you know, to sell and shit. And I went to lunch, and fucking, I swear it wasn't. It couldn't have been fucking 3 minutes after I got back from lunch. It was right the fuck after. It was goddamn ridiculous. So I'm taking these hooks off the fucking. So basically, I'm fucking working on a rectangle. There's 2 short sides and 2 fucking long sides.
It's an end cap.
Right, there's 2 end caps and 2 fucking facing sections, and I take all these fucking these hooks off, and I fucking hang them off the end cap real quick because I just fucking I'm just trying to store them somewhere until I need to use them. So then I just grab them and then put them where I need to put them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fucking I do that, and fucking I go to walk around the fucking side of this fixture, and I think I'm looking off over in the fucking other direction or whatever, like it's something else that's going on. I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden I just feel fucking something smack myself in the fucking face and fucking tug at me, and this fucking hook that's sticking out that I had just put there, it's jade back. The fucking end of it. It's not like a straight fucking thing. It's jade back for safety reasons, so you can't fucking poke yourself when you're getting merchandise and shit. Well, the angle I walked at it was from the back of it, basically, and fucking it just hit me perfect right in the corner of my fucking eye, and this fucking metal hook goes in between my eyeball and my orbital socket, and fucking it sticks me, and all of a sudden I'm just like stuck on this fixture, holding the fucking top of this thing, my fucking face on this hook in the fucking thing. I'm like, oh fuck! I see a little bit of blood fucking dropping. I'm like, hell! I'm not freaking out. Like I'm not like screaming and crying,
but still
I'm
like
help! Yeah. The first person that walks over and sees me is this lady, and she had been with the company, I think, 25 years by that point. She was a older lady. She was super nice, but hard worker, whatever, but elderly, you know what I'm saying? She comes walking around the fucking fixture and sees me, and she just loses her. She's like, oh my god. And she takes off, goes to get the manager, and to this day, I swear, like, this whole event, as worried as I was at any point, she was probably scarred more for life from seeing it than I was. Yeah. So anyway, so she's freaking out. She goes and tells management. Management's coming over. There's customers that are, you know, in the vicinity of where this is happening that see me. One of them's like a super long time one. I told the story about when I backed into an Escalade and it was that lady. Yeah. But yeah, fucking. So I'm like, on this fixture, customers around me, whatever. I'm still like,
it's like a horror movie to these people.
Yeah. But nobody wants to touch me, and I get that because, you know what I'm saying, they don't know. But I'm like, motherfucker, like, if I pass out with this thing in my fucking face and fall,
right,
that's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah.
So to the horror of all these people around me, I fucking jimmy myself. I get up on my tippy toes and jimmy my fucking face up off this fucking hook.
Oh my god!
And fucking probably caused more damage than it already was. You know what I'm saying? But
this is like a Saw episode. It's like you trying to get yourself off there before the time runs out and it rips your fucking head off. You know.
For real. So I get myself off of this fucking fixture. There's a lot more blood now. Fucking, I sit down on the floor. They're wanting to call the ambulance. I don't really want to call the ambulance because I didn't have insurance at the time, and I'm smoking mad weed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh fuck. You know?
And that's before weed was legal in Illinois.
Right. So anyway, fucking, I'm kind of tripping about the shit, but obviously somebody calls 911 right
Got
away.
it.
I'm like on the ground, and 911 comes in, the paramedics, and you know, they're talking to me and stuff, and I was like pretty fucking, you know, joking with them. And I was in good spirits, right, you know, considering, and they were even pretty fucking surprised by it. But you know, I ended up going to the hospital right then. My mom was supposed to meet me in town after my shift, so we could go have dinner together.
Right, and then this shit happens.
Then she's like my emergency contact, so they're calling her and telling her, she's like, oh my god. So she ends up meeting me at the hospital, you know, and it was crazy. Like, I ended up going through 2 years of surgery. I destroyed my tear duct and part of my eyelid, and the inner part of my orbital socket, but they said that it just went so perfectly in between the eye that fucking it didn't damage the eye at all. Wow. But I was super lucky that when I pulled it back out that it didn't catch it and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
You meticulously did that.
Yeah. Wow. So I got lucky on that front, but it did take a lot of fucking shit. And it was crazy whenever I went into the fucking into the ER and shit. They're like talking to me, and I'm like, no, I don't have insurance. You know, well, workman's comp will pick it up, or you know, your company will pick it up because it happened at work. And
right.
I heard them specifically say something about, you know, blood tests or drug tests or whatever, and they said no. And they didn't fucking ask for one, and I could not believe it. And I was like, somebody's on my side, because I couldn't have fucking paid for that shit, and I would have fucking been scarred up by this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have done everything they did with the plastic surgeries and shit, because that would have been crazy expensive.
And luckily you had that. Your fucking job was like, yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So I was happy about that. But anyway, yeah, that was whenever I put the hook in my eye. I almost lost my fucking eye. And
Oh my god!
I'm pretty happy to have both of them to this day.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, that's a brutal one, dude. That's wow. Well, I've got one that I've told before, but it was back in the early days, Chris, back in the day. And I weighed, some good stories I've had, and I really thought, why don't I just bring back my all-time favorite, the black and curly
Oh,
shirt.
shit.
So,
It's in the activity book.
Back in the day, in the 80s, back in the day, I had not a pot to piss in and completely broke all the time, working, but, struggling on my own with a roommate. And my roommate, we'll call him
Roommate.
Okay. So me and roommate, I get home from work and he's already there at the apartment, and he's like getting dressed, but he's putting like nicer clothes on, like look like he's going somewhere. I'm like, hey, where are you going, dude? He's like, get dressed, man, put something on decent, we're going out to eat, and I'm like, oh, dude, you get paid, or you good? Because like I have no fucking money at all, dude. I'm broke, He's like, don't worry about it, dude. I got it, I got it. Yeah, we're covered. But he was just being really weird about it. I'm like, all right, sure. So I, put something on, and we go. And we decide, he decides, dude, we're going to Red fucking Lobster. And I'm like, dude, that's like my favorite. So I'm like, how are we going to afford this? Like, I don't have any money. I'm trying to tell you this, And he's like, I'm telling you, don't worry about it, So we get there, and we get seated, and they're fucking busy. I mean, this place is jammed. I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was just fucking packed.
Fucking hectic.
Yeah, and we get in there, and we didn't have to wait too long, but we got seated, and I'm looking over the menu, and I'm just like, God damn, this shit looks so good, And, we had been, partaking before we left the apartment. So, we were
Nobody
already,
smokes weed.
We were, no, not at all. But we were definitely in a fun frame of mind. Let's just put it that way. But I'm in the back of my mind wondering how the fuck this dude is going to pay for this shit. Because this is going to get expensive. Because then he says, yeah, he goes, so much shit looks good on the menu. He says, whatever you order, just order 2 of them. I'm like, dude, seriously, like they bring a lot of food. He's like,
right.
He's like, no, just fucking buy 2. Everything you order, just tell me you want 2 of it. I'm like, okay. So like we order, and I ordered like like a big platter, and I ordered 2 of them. And then of course we got 2 salads, 2 drinks, 2. Then he starts ordering beer. So he's ordering beers, and I'm just like, John, what the hell, dude? Like what? Why are you doing this? And so he's just like, just laughing and just enjoying himself, and I'm like, all right, and we just pigged the fuck out. I mean, just like disgusting, like Henry VIII
seafood,
like Henry VIII style. Like thought about going in the bathroom.
No, Genghis Khan with the fucking goddamn person leg.
Well, I thought about like seriously, like going in the bathroom to puke to come back and eat more kind of shit. Like Henry VIII. So anyway,
Right.
That's a lot, dude.
So we were just gorged, okay? So then like he was getting close to being done with his food, and he takes out something out of like he had it like tucked in his pants.
No, he just ripped his ball hairs out.
It was a little Ziploc bag.
No, he ripped his ball hairs out.
And he opened it up and pulled out some fucking, what I couldn't tell what it was at the time, but then he sprinkled it on his food, and it was fucking pubic hair. And it's like, what the fuck? And he's like, he looks at me dead in the face. He goes, whatever you do, just go with it. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean?
What? Yeah.
He says, just go with it. And I'm like, okay. And he fucking jumps up and like almost flips the table over. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, freak. And he's got a really deep, booming fucking voice.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just like, what the fuck? You know, and he fucking picks up the food and he's got like the hairs like on his chin.
Jesus Christ.
And
He just like sticks him to his face like,
he's
what?
like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I'm sitting here trying to eat my fucking meal, and I look down, and I got fucking black and curlies hanging off my fucking face.
Jesus Christ,
And
man.
this is the guy that just told me to go with it.
Yeah, how do you go with that? And like, I don't know what's happening, sir.
I was just like stupefied. I didn't know. All
I was
I knew
disturbed. I see what you did.
Oh, there you go.
I see
there
what
you
you did.
tying it in. But yeah, so I'm just like spellbound at this performance because this was from 1 second of telling me to just go for it or go with it, and then to just break
Total
out into
chaos.
that like out of nowhere. And so now the waiter's coming over, sir, what's going on? You know, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing back there, but there's fucking pubic hair in my food. And he said it like 3 or 4 times. So people are like getting grossed out.
All looking.
It's the whole place can hear him doing this. And I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like trying to fucking shrink into the fucking background, you know? And the manager comes over and he's like, sir, you know, calm down, you know? He's like, we need to go into the kit. Let's go into my office, he said. So he takes us back into his office, and then he leaves. So me and him are sitting in the office, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck was that? You know, like, are you kidding me? And I said, that's how you fucking thought you were going to fucking pay for the fucking meal? And he's like, well, you haven't seen the end of it yet, so just don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. So then the manager comes in and he hands John an envelope and he says, I'm really sorry about, you know, how things turned out with your meal. We've got your meal covered tonight. Here's a little something in addition. Just we're sorry. We hope you decide to come back.
Got credit for more food.
We walked out of there with a fucking $100 fucking gift card from fucking Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there the next
And
night.
full as fuck.
We were there the next night, and we
Yeah.
ate like kings again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
And I bet every employee
Ridiculous.
there the next night was like,
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
Yep, that's the black and curly guy. But yeah, that was fucked up. But yeah, that was his plan. He just knew that this was going to be successful and that we'd get a free meal. I don't think he planned on the additional free
life
meal,
hack
though.
right there.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm not
for
telling you to do something illegal, but I mean that's you got to give him points at least for originality with that one, you know. So there's my Mayhem story, an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 666 seconds of murder. The Idaho 4 episodes are popular. Delphi. I did one on some body parts in a freezer in Brooklyn. We got the Kansas City 3. Those dudes that froze to death in their friend's backyard. Very fucked up story. So those cases are currently going on, and we're doing them on 666 Seconds of Murder. I'm going to be interviewing next Wednesday Clue from Cluminati, the Cluminati channel. And I'm going to be doing one with Evil CJ too, but I haven't set that one up yet. So those channels are, true crime channels similar to what we're doing. So that'll be fun. And, we're, closing in on 4,000 subscribers. So appreciate you guys that are already doing that. And if not, go over there and subscribe. We were at 198,000 views in the past 30 days. So. All right. Well, we have got an epic killer cage match for our 250th episode. So this is where we take a list 100 killers, 100 objects, and we have a variable in there with them and a song playing while they kill each other. It's fucking fun, family friendly.
Yeah, very, very funny.
And
I'm
our
going to make mine
listeners,
very quick because I don't know what else to do.
our listeners provide some random numbers. And so, Chris, who do we want to say thank you to?
Once again, we got the trifecta of dudes that just want to fight with nicknames. We got Ray Mac Daddy McFalls. We got Juan the Latino Dream Molina. Patos Locos Forever ese. And we got Jeff Touchy-Pole Ignatowski.
Yes.
I got it right that time, Jeff.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. All right. And for some reason, though, Jeffy was touching his genitals while he was saying touchy pole. So just FYI.
I mean, if you don't touch your genitals yourself, you're not a good friend of yourself.
We got a crazy matchup in the cage tonight. And, I mean, since it's that 250th, just did this month the Dictators, I thought it would be fun to do a tag team match with 2 Dictators fighting the other 2. So tonight, what is our matchup in the cage tonight, Joey?
On one side, we got Stalin and Saddam Hussein, and then we have Pol Pot and Genghis Khan, which, as you guys know, we have been doing all of them all month long.
Yeah. And so we have these objects. Now we have 4 objects because I thought, well, we got, the listeners commenting and giving us the numbers. So I thought it would be fun to double the objects. So, Chris, what do we got?
Oh, the fucking objects. They got themselves a can of corn, a pair of toenail clippers. They got a mop soaked in cold vomit.
Oh.
Not even just freshly mopped up.
Yeah. Like cold puke. Jesus.
And they got themselves a fucking gun. We're going to go with Super Soaker that shoots out diarrhea. Like
Hot.
liquid shit.
Hot diarrhea.
Hot shit. That's all you get is hot shit.
Oh, God. And Joey, what about that variable, dude?
Phil Anselmo after drinking a quart of whiskey. That's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
Nah.
Chris is like, I drink quarts by the gallon.
So we got we got this epic battle here with these fucking dictators, Joseph Stalin and Saddam Hussein in one corner, Pol Pot and Genghis Khan in the other. And so they're going to be fighting with a can of corn, a toenail clipper, mop soaked in cold puke, and a gun that shoots hot diarrhea. Kind of the hot and cold, yin yang.
So much going on.
Yin yang going on here. And the variable is Phil Anselmo after drinking a quart of whiskey. I'm not thinking he's going to be doing too much of anything in there. But, Chris, what do you think? Who would come out first here for each group?
All right, so
what do you think?
When they come out, dude, fucking bell goes, as Cashman likes to say. Well, once that bell rings, that's Cashman's line. I'm sorry, I took it from you just a second. I will never do it again. But man, this one's fucking hard for me, dude.
Well, which of the 2 matches, who's coming out into the ring? Let's start.
Oh,
there.
it's definitely gonna be fucking Stalin and fucking Hussein coming out higher than fuck, because they're just like, hey, we're from Russia. We're from fucking Saudi Arabia. You're I don't know, dude. But no, they're coming out. And they got fucking goddamn. Oh shit! I'm fucking drunk right now, dude.
Well, I'm thinking Saddam Hussein is coming out against which one of the other 2? This is a tag team match, so they're coming out one at a time.
No, they're coming out teams, dude. Go, Cashman! I quit. I had a whole thing lined up, but I forgot.
You tap out?
Oh, man, yeah.
All right.
I'm tapping out.
All right. You're okay.
I fucked up, dude. I had a thing, but it disappeared.
That's the fun of the cage match, is sometimes you fucking blank. You know?
Dude, I'm like, wait.
Ugh. Okay. So, with this one with me, I'm going to make it easy, too. First off, they come out to the song, Everybody wants to rule the world, because that's obviously the song that's playing.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Is that Tears for Fears?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I think it is.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's what's jamming on our system when they come out.
God.
And then you got fucking you got Stalin and Saddam in one corner, and fucking, I mean, if you look at these two compared to Pol Pot and Genghis Khan, it's going to be fucking kind of a fun match, because you got two big dudes and kind of two smaller dudes. Saddam and Genghis Khan, I mean, that's kind of a fucking, you know, a main event fucking heavyweight match.
Right.
And then fucking Pol Pot and fucking
Stalin with his one short arm and his longer arm.
But I mean, those motherfuckers are more apt to just go fucking hang out in an opium den somewhere. You know what I'm saying,
that makes a lot of sense.
Deal with all this shit. But lo and behold, all of us, we're not even paying attention, because while fucking Tears for Fears is playing, fucking Phil is almost so goddamn drunk, hates the shitty ass music that's playing. He has the toenail clippers, and he's been fucking clipping his toenails for like fucking 5 minutes while we've been talking about this. And he's just fucking, he's ready. And motherfuckers don't even know what's going on, and all of a sudden he fucking grabs the mop, the fucking puke mop, and he fucking stands it straight up in the middle of the fucking ring, and it stays that way because it's cold puke mop, and it's so fucking gross, and it's just formed there. And then he takes the fucking can of corn, and he fucking uses the can of corn and the hot diarrhea, mixes it together to form a bonding supplement, and then all of a sudden, from all four corners, fucking the four fucking dictators run together, boom, like Voltron, form this huge mega fucking dictator that's powerful as fuck.
Oh, like a boss
fucking
on
Phil
a level
Anselmo,
of fucking Doom or something.
Phil Anselmo's so fucking lit up off all that whiskey, he fucking just shoots straight into the middle of the big creation morph dictator thing, and he becomes the hatred of whiskey that's in the fucking heart of this monster, and it fucking breaks out of our cage and spreads communism all over the world, because Murder Metal Mayhem was playing a stupid ass song like Tears for Fears, and it's all our fault.
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
That sucks. It's our win? It's our win?
No, it's our fault, yeah.
It's our fault.
Yeah.
They win.
Yeah.
They took over the world.
Communism everywhere because of us.
Because
of us. Because
so I had to tap out of this
Chris,
one.
I'm not trying to blame you, but maybe it's because, you know, you're derailed and
Hey, this shit happens, dude.
Oh, well, that's what makes Killer Cage match so much fun. It's just ridiculous and it's fun.
Yeah. And Joey always comes up with some good
listeners
shit.
that like to hear Chris drunk by this point. You know
right.
Yeah, I was like, when I first read it, I was like sober. I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah. So I have my latest book, Creation of Chaos 4, is out on my website, PeteAltieri.com. I'll link to that in the episode description. Got audiobooks on there as well, and then I also have audiobooks on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. So if you like those platforms, you get it there.
Petey's shit.
I do better financially if you get the stuff from me, but if you use Audible and you want to go there, I get it. But I appreciate you checking it out anyway. I've got 2 audiobooks on Audible and 1 on the website right now. All right. Well, I think we have done plenty of mayhem tonight, so let's hit that fucking outro. Fuck yeah, man. Maul. Definitely a badass fucking band from Fargo, North Dakota. The song was The Sacred and the Profane.
Oh, that was fucking awesome.
I really like those guys. I found out about them when I did an interview with The Bleeding. They're both on the same, they're on Transcending the Obscurity label, which I think out of Ohio, Joey. But a lot of good stuff on that label. But Maul, Maul, is the band from Fargo. Yeah, check that shit out.
I'm familiar with the band Maul. I was not familiar with that label, though. I have to check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm pretty sure that's the one that's in Ohio. Big thanks to you guys.
Get her done, Cashman.
Yeah. Big thanks to all of you guys. The fact that we've stuck it out and put all the work in, and these episodes take a lot to put together. And
I never thought we'd get past 5.
Well, I was hopeful for at least a dozen, you know, but we're just kicking ass over here, and you guys are the reason that we do it. And I know I speak for all of us when I say we appreciate it very much.
I appreciate everyone that listens, like, lets other people know, like, hey, check these guys out or whatever. It doesn't matter. All you motherfuckers listening, we appreciate you so much.
Yeah, definitely. And here's to 250 more, you know, if we can manage to fucking crack out another 250. I think there's plenty of true crime to talk about for probably another 550.
Oh, wait till I kill my brother.
Oh, don't say that.
You're gonna do an interview with a prison inmate. I'm not gonna kill neither one of you. I love you, my brothers. Hail Satan.
Bumper music tonight, Joey.
Tonight we listened to Maul, Shadowspawn, and Blood Red Thrizone.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And the metal segment intro, Chris.
Always the motherfucking great motherfucker, by Christ's sakes.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And the Murder Metal Mayhem intro is Crawl Space by Low 12. Thanks to all of you listening out there. We appreciate it every time we see these numbers coming in, and we got some good comments. Got a few from, or a couple at least, from YouTube. So
yeah,
Chris,
first one we got here is Jimbo McLovin says, I've heard almost every episode, and you guys just keeping better every week. I'm a listener in Seattle. Thanks for all you motherfuckers do, and keep smoking it, Joey. Get her done, Joey.
Yeah.
Come on, Cashman.
That's awesome. And then Joey, how about that second one?
Lady Juzzy on the YouTube channel said she was talking about our Genghis Khan episode on there. Said interesting and a great listen. Humor on the podcast is always on point. Mongolian beef, yup, that originates from Taiwan.
Yeah, that was cool. And John Asher also comments on YouTube on the Saddam Hussein video of the murder segment. I just want to say that I recently stumbled upon your true crime stuff today. I am seeing your stuff about Saddam Hussein. I'm a metalhead for life, and I just wanted to say that I really like your guys' content. So, fuck yeah.
Nice. That's yeah.
And then, Chris, how about that last one?
What we got here is Grady Pizza Puffs 59 says, I just wanted to say congrats on 250 episodes. That's fucking a ton of murder, metal, and mayhem. Mayhem in all caps, mind you. Hills from Brooklyn. You probably cut the body up.
Oh boy, I wonder if it is. That's fucked up because Brooklyn now in the top 10. So
Brooklyn,
and then
what?
The body parts in the freezer. I hope that Grady Pizza Puffs is not associated with that. But
yeah, no. Thank you, Angie.
Yeah.
Or Grady. Sorry, I apologize. Dyslexia sometimes.
You want to pick up any one of my books, you can do that on my website. You could check out the Murder Metal Mayhem merch on the Murder Metal Mayhem website. A link into all that down below in the episode description. We got that album on the website, Hysterical, Distasteful, and Stupid, Volume 1. You could pick it up for just $6.66.
All the dumb shit.
45 or 30, it's a lot. 45, I think, of our dumb, stupid commercials. And there's some outtakes and stuff on it. It's pretty funny shit, so go check that out. What about your distro, Joey? I know you got dwindling supplies, but anything you want to...
It's dwindling. I got a shit ton of Goremire shit, but I did get a fucking package from CDN Records from Canada, so I'll have some of their shit. Also, in that package, I got the homie Bob Shaw from Cuff, who passed away because fuck cancer, but he we did a tribute album for him. My buddy Matt up in Canada, he put together all the music and had a whole bunch of fucking guests on it. Rick from Gape did a song. I did a couple tracks, and I think Foul Plastius. I can't remember, but I got those CDs sitting in the living room, but fucking they're all wrapped up still. I need to open them.
That's cool. Well, yeah, we'll link to that down below as well. And we got the Facebook group, we got a Twitter, we've got the YouTube channels. We've talked about those. We now have an Instagram and TikTok, although I haven't done anything with the TikTok as of yet, but I will. There's millions of people on there, so there's a potential of really blowing up that younger crowd that we don't now have on YouTube. Our core audience is 45 to 65 and 65% women. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so to get on the TikTok bandwagon and get some of the younger people over would be really cool. So that would be awesome. Doing whatever we can to make it happen. And we got our 666 Club for our Patreon. Appreciate all of the 666 Clubbers. You guys are killer. Just $3 a month. I mean, that's nothing. And you can do that at murdermetalmayhem.com, or you can go on the Patreon link. I'll do that all down in the description. But we can't let them go without hearing a karaoke song. This was the one I played when we did our 50th podcast. So doing it again. It's a blast from the past, so crank it up. And until next time, keep one foot in the gutter.
And keep your goddamn fist jacking off a corpse, not your brother.
This is your celebration. Murder Metal Mayhem. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Fucking celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring the whiskey and the champagnes too. We're gonna celebrate the 50th podcast with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come out! A brutal celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! A brutal celebration. There's a podcast going on right here. A killer show to last throughout the years. So bring the porno and Cashman too. We're gonna celebrate the 50th podcast with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. A killer celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on! good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight.